Welcome to 10 Minutes of Wealth, the show that makes you smarter about money, one quick episode at a time. In just 10 minutes, we break down powerful ideas from top finance books, practical money models, and wealth-building strategies. Let's get into it. Episode 8. The Total Money Makeover, a proven plan for financial fitness by Dave Ramsey. What if the path to financial freedom was not about getting rich quick, but about mastering a few simple habits that anyone can follow? In the Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey lays out a clear and disciplined plan for getting out of debt, saving money, and building lasting wealth. It is not a book about fancy investment tricks, but about taking control of your money one step at a time and changing the mindset that got you stuck in the first place. Ramsey is one of America's most influential financial coaches, known for his no-nonsense approach and practical advice that has helped millions get out of debt. His method is simple, strict, and surprisingly effective. In this episode, you will discover the core message of his book, explore 3 powerful lessons about financial discipline, and walk away with practical steps to take control of your money for good. The core idea. Financial freedom is not a secret. It is a series of small, disciplined choices repeated over time. In the Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey argues that most people do not have a money problem. They have a behavior problem. We live in a culture of credit cards, car loans, and instant gratification, where debt feels normal and patience feels outdated. Ramsey's message is simple. You cannot win with money until you stop borrowing it. His approach focuses on taking control of your habits, not chasing the next big opportunity. Real wealth, he says, is built on consistency, sacrifice, and a clear plan. Before we dive into the lessons, ask yourself, what does financial freedom actually mean to you? Is it being debt-free, having choices, or finally feeling calm about money? Take a moment to picture it clearly, because once you know what freedom looks like for you, every lesson that follows will start to make more sense. Key lesson number 1. Face your debt and stop making excuses. Dave Ramsey starts with a hard truth. You cannot build wealth while living in denial about your debt. Most people believe they can out-earn their financial mistakes, but in reality, debt keeps them trapped in a cycle of stress and limitation. Ramsey teaches that the first step toward freedom is taking full responsibility. Stop blaming interest rates, bad luck, or the economy. You have to decide that you're done being normal, because normal is broke. He introduces what he calls the baby steps, a simple, structured plan that begins with building a small emergency fund, then paying off all debt using the debt snowball method. By focusing on one debt at a time and celebrating each small win, people start to see real progress. Ramsey's message is clear. Getting out of debt is not just about numbers. It is about changing your mindset from I owe to I own. Key lesson number 2. Build an emergency fund before you build wealth. Once you have faced your debt, Ramsey says the next step is stability. Before you think about investing or big financial goals, you need a safety net. Life will always throw surprises at you, and without a buffer, even small emergencies can pull you back into debt. Ramsey recommends saving a starter emergency fund of $1,000 as fast as possible. This small cushion keeps you from reaching for credit cards the next time your car breaks down or an unexpected bill appears. After paying off debt, the goal is to expand that fund to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is what turns financial survival into security. For Ramsey, this step is about peace of mind. Money in the bank is not just protection against disaster. It is freedom from fear. When you have an emergency fund, you stop reacting and start planning. Key lesson number 3. Live below your means and build real wealth. Once you're debt-free and have a safety net, Ramsey says the real work begins. Wealth is not built through luck or timing. It comes from discipline, patience, and living at less than you earn for a long time. Ramsey teaches that budgeting is not about restriction, but about intention. When you give every dollar a purpose, you tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. That is how ordinary people become financially strong. He also challenges the cultural obsession with appearances. Many people look rich, but are deeply in debt. True wealth, he says, is quiet. It is the freedom to make choices without fear or pressure. His final message is simple. You can live differently if you're willing to think differently. Spend wisely, save faithfully, and remember that slow progress beats fast regret. 3 questions to reflect on. Take a moment to think about your own money habits and the choices that shape them. 1. Am I being honest about how much debt or financial stress I really carry? 2. What would change in my life if I stopped borrowing and started planning ahead? And 3. Do my spending habits reflect my goals or just my impulses? You do not need perfect answers, just honest ones. If you like, pause this episode for a moment. Think them through, or carry them with you as you go about your day. Putting it into practice. If you want to apply the lessons from the Total Money Makeover, start simple and stay consistent. Here's how you can turn Ramsey's ideas into action and start building real financial change, one habit at a time. First, write down every debt you owe, from smallest to largest. Seeing it on paper turns denial into direction. Second, begin your debt snowball. Pay off the smallest debt first while making minimum payments on the rest. Each win builds momentum and confidence. Third, save $1,000 as quickly as you can. This is your first emergency fund. It will keep you from falling back into old habits when life happens. Fourth, create a monthly budget and stick to it. Give every dollar a job before you spend it. Freedom begins when your money has a plan. And finally, stay motivated by focusing on progress, not perfection. The goal is not to get rich overnight. It is to build the kind of financial stability that lasts a lifetime. Final thoughts. The Total Money Makeover is not about getting rich fast. It is about building a life where your money works for you instead of against you. Dave Ramsey's plan is simple but demanding. It requires honesty, patience, and consistency. Yet for millions, it has turned financial chaos into peace, and it can do the same for you. Just remember, you do not need to be perfect. You just need to start. And maybe, real freedom begins the moment you decide to change. Thank you for listening. You just got smarter about money in under 10 minutes. If this episode was valuable to you, you can support us by buying a virtual coffee via the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.